This is accurate information, you can spread it. I am telling you with absolute certainty that the thing called circumcision, cutting off the penis skin, does not exist in the Quran. This is against both nature and true Islam. I will explain this in a moment. The word sunnah is an Arabic word and is used in the Quran as the laws of Allah, sunnatullah. The word that describes the physical foreskin is gulf, and it is used in the sense of sheath case protection, but it is never used as penis shell in any verse. In hadith books, it is used as physical circumcision, chitin. I think he entered the religion this way. Damn Jewish hadith group. Physical circumcision is said to have been a practice in the time of Moses that distinguished slaves from the Pharaoh's dynasty. However, some sources show that this practice started with Abraham. Before Abraham, male children were sacrificed to God. When Abraham was about to sacrifice his son, God sent him a ram and asked him to slaughter it. This is how the Eid al-Adha belief, which continues to this day, began. In later periods, instead of sacrificing the children completely, the skin of their penises was cut off. The belief in physical circumcision also began in this way. This practice was supposedly a symbol of the covenant between God and the Jews. I will give the details in a moment. In the Torah and Sumerian tablets this practice is used positively, and in the Bible and the Quran it is used negatively. Sumerian tablet 6, his skin was smooth, like the skin of the Anunnaki, soft. His color was like a deep blood red, the color of the mud of the Abzu it took on. They looked at his manhood. Its shape was strange, a skin covering its front part. Unlike the manhood of the Anunnaki, a skin from its front part was hanging. Let the earthlings be distinguished from us Anunnaki by this foreskin, Enki said. Torah Genesis 17 10-12 inches. This is the condition of the covenant that I have made with you and your descendants. Every male among you must be circumcised. You must be circumcised, and circumcision is a sign of the covenant between us. Every male child 8 days old, whether born in your household or purchased from a foreigner who is not of your lineage, is to be circumcised throughout your generations. I was also quite surprised that this subject, which is mentioned in the Sumerian tablets, is detailed in the Torah and continues to this day, but wait, it's not over yet. You know, you keep saying this, we don't give our daughters to uncircumcised men. Let's see who is really saying this. Genesis 17:14 Every uncircumcised male shall be cut off from among his people, for he has broken my covenant. Genesis 34:14-17 They said, no, we cannot give our sister to an uncircumcised man. It would be a shame for us. We will accept her only on one condition, if all your males are circumcised like us. But if you refuse and remain uncircumcised, we will take our daughter and go away. Yes, these are enough to prove that we are truly Jewish. Because don't we still experience these scenes in the same way today? So, what does the Quran say about this? Have you ever wondered about it? Nisa 117-119 They abandon Allah and worship only females. Thus they worship only the stubborn Satan. Allah has cursed him, who said, I will take a portion from your servants. And I will surely lead them astray and deceive them with false desires. I will surely command them to slit the ears of cattle, and I will surely command them to change what Allah has created. And whoever takes Satan as his protector instead of Allah is surely in loss. I found it interesting that the same word, gulf, is used in both the tablets and the original Quran, but it has different meanings. Here, the Quran surprisingly does not approve of what came before it, but implicitly criticizes the Sunnah and says that changing creation is the work of Satan. Here I want to give you some additional information. When the verse says, they worship females instead of Allah, thus they worship the stubborn devil, it describes to us that the devil is actually female. In other words, in a way, this verse also proves that reproduction took place between Adam, his wife and Lilith. While some verses in the Quran say, they confirm what came before them, some verses say, they corrupted what came before them. Well, let's skip that. Hey intellectual Muslim, you get angry when I say this. What's the point of changing creation? You thought you were validating Judaism and fulfilling the agreement between you and your imaginary God, but how will our lost penis skins come back? Why don't you accept this shell? God created you flawlessly. Then why do you cut off this excess skin? If your God wanted, wouldn't he surely bring it out without its shell? Gospel of Thomas. One of the believers asks Jesus, is circumcision beneficial or not? Jesus answers, if circumcision were beneficial, then our Creator would have brought them out of their mother's womb circumcised. Bible Corinthians 7:19 It is not important to be circumcised or not. What is important is to keep God's commandments. Yes. One day, when these children you have been oppressing realize the truth, what answer will you give them? You have dulled their sexual pleasure. The sensation of the penis has increased because of the skin you cut away. Thanks to you, we are at the top of the list in premature ejaculation. Research. Let's get past that. How will you give account to the God in whose name you have ruled? May all the curses, known and unknown, be upon you. You are truly an ignorant society.